Metaverse is a huge coming industry. We saw many companies taking steps towards VR and extended reality, and even Facebook has brought a lot of attention with their rebrand in Meta. Cardano has a great community and platform for NFT, and seems like Pavia, with its focus on interoperability, already has a big and passionate community even if the project is in its early stages. Pavia is the first ever highly anticipated Cardano's Metaverse, and it aims to use its portals to travel not only around the Pavia map in the game, but they want to allow to move with your avatars and NFT in other metaverses, as they already allow to use the avatars on over 700 applications in partnership with Ready Player Me. Pavia is named after the birthplace of Girolamo Cardano, whom the Cardano blockchain is named after, and it is the first ever virtual world owned by its users. It has been launched in 2021, and it is still under development. The Pavia team behind the project is very transparent. It is a big group of investors, games developers, and cryptocurrency experts with many years of experience in their field, and they are very committed to deliver a great product. The chief operating officer is Paul Manuel, which, if you don't know, he was managing director at Multiplay when they reached over 50 million players with Google Cloud on Apex Legends, which is a free-to-play battle royale hero shooter game released initially in 2019 for some consoles, and they kept releasing it for more consoles to fill in the demand. This was an enormous success, so it is great to have him in the Pavia team. On this game, you can first of all create a Pavia avatar, which is extremely unique because you can design your own avatar, which is compatible outside Pavia's metaverse and other apps, games, and virtual reality with the Oculus. To build your avatar, you just need to go to pavia.io and follow the instruction. You will be able to customize your avatar almost however you wish, starting with a wireframe and then skin, hair, clothing, etc. You can also upload a picture and they will automatically create an avatar for you. Here you can choose from different outfits in partnership with important brand like New Balance. These avatars will obviously have an increasingly important part in the incredible metaverse that they are building. The metaverse is built by 100,000 lands precisely, which are technically unique NFT on the Cardano ecosystem. These NFT had a lot of sales volume, ranking in the top projects on Cardano in the past months. There are now over 17,000 land holders, and this is how it is distributed. The majority holds very few, which is good as it is more decentralized and there are less big holders. If you want to buy one, you can go on any NFT marketplace on Cardano and search for Pavia. There you will find different lands, which initially looks the same. You need to take these coordinates and go on their website so you can see where is the land on their map and decide if you want to buy or not depending on the location. You can see, when you select a parcel, it has a coordinate, and most of them have been already sold. Keep in mind the land must have the Pavia as author, otherwise is not legit, and there are a lot of scammers trying to sell fake NFT lands. They had 3 rounds of sales in the past months and over 90% of the lands have been sold. This of course doesn't mean you cannot buy it anymore, but it is scarce, and the more the demand will increase, the more expensive it will be, especially in the central areas where there is most traffic. These lands are 16 meters times 16, and once you buy this land, it is completely yours and you are fully entitled to do whatever you like. So if, for example, the metaverse has high internal traffic, you can benefit from this because you can eventually use your land for marketing purposes. You can eventually open a virtual business, you can rent it, or you can even sell it for a higher price. If you only buy one land or parcel, you will have certain conditions while building on top, depending on how many parcels you have. You will have higher allowance. For example, if you hold an estate, which is 9 parcels, 3 times 3, you will be able to build higher as you will have a higher megabytes capability. At this stage in development, if you own one parcel, you can send inter-parcel messaging and adding social media handles, or if you own an estate, you can add images. Pavia is going to be a downloadable multiplayer PC game, and they plan to keep updating and developing the metaverse following its community requests in all aspects, including lands, events, features, and the economy, which it will build up around its utility cryptocurrency. The community seems extremely strong, and it is growing day by day. Even if the metaverse in-game has not been released yet, you can interact with them on Discord. They have also a community forum where you can vote on improvement proposals. They have an official Pavia forum, which allows the Pavia community to vote and contribute to Pavia improvement proposals, as well as even suggest your own improvements for the community to vote on. You can subscribe to their YouTube channel, where they started a regular update video, which I think is actually great to get to know the team, and this will definitely build up trust and even bigger community. Lastly, you can follow them on Twitter, where they actually more than doubled their followers in the last 3 months, reaching almost 80,000 followers. Here the community is highly active and daily interacting with their posts. Before we continue, I just want to clarify something that you might have forgotten. We only do educational entertainment, and my job here it is not to be your financial advisor, so please do your own researches before investing. In the recent month, Architect Beats, platinum music producers announced that they are going to develop an estate as a studio, and together they will be exploring musical use cases for the Pavia Stadium. These artists are huge influencers and they will create a lot of traction because if they will start to interact with fans on this metaverse, you can imagine that a lot of people will be interested in buying lands and the token to maybe participate to virtual concerts. They then airdropped the Pavs NFT to landowners on the Pavia Metaverse for free. These are NFT creatures with yet unknown utility, but the community has hypothesized that it could allow users a play-to-earn model, and they are already worth over 300 ADA. There are only 12 variations of Pavs currently available with different rarity and value, and in the future there will be more. They have been listed on CoinGecko recently. They are already on CoinMarketCap, if you prefer that, and they have been also listed on Hotbit Exchange. If we now have a look at the roadmap, we can see that they have accomplished a lot. In the coming months, they're going to continue its development. As the community requested, they added a liquidity pool on SundaySwap, and they are going to add more pools on different exchanges. This month in June, they should release the Pavia Smart Contract Marketplace, as they should release a toolbox for landowners. This will make partnerships easier, as who wants to partner with them can just buy the land and deploy what they want in the metaverse. However, this is just speculation, but we will see shortly what this is about. Also, they have launched the Verified PCS, or Pavia Compatible Assets for Builders, a Pavia's creator tool with a verification process to ensure individuals have the ability to create quality and efficient PCA. Community members can become verified creators to build PCA for other users, entities, or businesses in the Pavia ecosystem. These builders are constructing the Pavia world one object, one house, and one project at a time. From amazing construction projects for businesses to simply homes for landowners, these creators are helping build the Pavia Metaverse to become a truly beautiful and visually enchanting experience both in VR and out. In the past months, they partnered with XP Network, the world's most powerful NFT bridge, with the goal of integrating a Cardano NFT bridge. This will help towards cross-chain interoperability with a focus on NFT-based assets. I think this is a huge feature that they will offer because people will be able to maybe go with their NFT or avatars from Decentraland or Sandbox to Pavia, as they could go there from other blockchains to buy an NFT at the NFT Gallery, which they are going to open in collaboration with CNFT.io, the biggest NFT marketplace on Cardano. However, these are just my speculations, but they are working for cross-chain interoperability, so we will give an update on what they will allow in the near future. In Q3, they will host the first event in the Pavia Plaza, which they are currently building. We can assume that around that time they will launch the Pavia in-game experience, but they will announce the dates around September, so we can expect that they will release the game in the next 6 months. If you look into the tokenomics, they have a total supply of 2 billion tokens. 25% has been given to the community that has purchased the lands and supported the project from the beginning. 25% will be introduced in phases through various mechanisms, 30% will be for future development of the project, and 20% goes for the team, which will be announced at a later stage when this will be unlocked. Its price, it is just $0.019 per token, and its market cap, it is just around $40 million. The price had a peak of almost $0.1 per coin, and it is down 80%. However, the market cap didn't decrease that much, because the price has been going down, probably because they released new tokens in circulation, and also in a minor part for sell pressure. If you want to buy the token, you can go on any decentralized exchange on Cardano like MuesliSwap or SundaySwap, or one of the many that are launching. Connect your Nami wallet or any other that you use and purchase it there, as you can buy it on a centralized exchange, Hotbit, as mentioned before. And they have other exchange applications too, with Coinbase, PancakeSwap, and Binance. Now, if we compare it to Sandbox and Decentraland, these metaverses on Ethereum showed us how popular decentralized metaverses can be, and we know they are a bit limited by Ethereum fees. Sandbox and Decentraland are not fully virtual reality applications like Pavia is, but they are still the biggest metaverse on Ethereum. First of all, Pavia has planned portals towards these games, and I think in the future interoperability is very important and it will be fundamental. In my opinion, the avatar's design look better on Pavia, and probably the in-game will be better too. They both have 2 billion tokens supply, and they are much more capitalized compared with Pavia, even if Pavia is much more promising, and it could be more ahead of the other two in a few months from now. The developers have met every milestone, and they were on time following the roadmap so far. The team is engaged with the community and listens to them, and there is even a website where you can make and vote on proposals. The concept art looks really good, and lastly, interoperability between Pavia and the Ethereum metaverses via in-game portals will be incredible once released. I think from what they showed and what they released on Twitter, this metaverse will be on a higher level compared with what we have experienced so far, and there are a lot of prominent people in the Cardano and CNFT spaces backing Pavia. The lands and the token at the moment are highly undervalued, and if they will deliver what they said they are going to, with all their long-term vision, this metaverse will be huge in terms of adoption, and obviously the lands and the token in that case would gain value. But what do you think about it, and do you hold any tokens or own any land in the Pavia metaverse?